Hello friends, this is your Satyanarayana Siadri. Today our point of discussion ICH guidelines. This ICH guidelines is a very big topic. There are number of guidelines, different types of guidelines in ICH. So that is the reason I have divided into number of parts. I made today part one. In that part one, we will discuss about what is this ICH and its background. What are the types of ICH guidelines? And what is the guidelines? What are the quality guidelines as per this ICH? We will discuss today. This ICH, in terms of abbreviation, you can see it is an International Conference on Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Registration of Pharmaceutical for Human Use. It is a harmonized common guideline to the pharmaceutical industries to about the technical requirements for registration of the pharmaceutical for human use. And this ICH is a initiative, global initiative that brings together the regulatory authorities as well as pharmaceutical industries in a single forum to discuss the scientific and technical aspects of the pharmaceutical product development and registration. So this is the harmonized body, autonomous body is a combination of regulatory authorities as well as pharmaceutical industries in a single forum. They have to discuss, they have to finalize the guidelines and the guidance document to the pharmaceutical industries about the how to develop the product and how to register the product in the different regulatory authorities. And in terms of ISH mission, we can see here I have given it is to promote the public health by achieving greater harmonization through the development of technical guidelines and requirements for the pharmaceutical product registration. It is nothing but to promote public health by achieving the greater harmonization is nothing but if you have a common document or common guideline, then there is a chance of easily and fast up the development and fast up the registration process. Whenever emergency situation like a COVID-19 situation, we can use a single form of guideline to fast up the development and registration of the pharmaceuticals. This is the overall scope of this ICH. And we know the background will see each country has its own regulations and guidelines for the manufacturing of pharmaceuticals. We know there is a each country having their own regulatory body for the manufacturing, the guidelines about the manufacturing of pharmaceuticals as well as registration of the pharmaceutical in their own regions. We can see here I have given India. There is a Central Drug Standard Control Organization. This is the regulatory body of India, CDSCO, and USA Food and Drug Administration (FDA), and United Kingdom Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency (MHRA), and Japan Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Agency (PMDA), Australia Therapeutic Goods Administration (TGA), and Europe European Medicines Evaluation Agency (EMA), and China National Medical Products Administration (NMPA). These are the individual regulatory bodies of their own countries. And apart from this, some other international bodies also there. WHO, World Health Organization, PICS, Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme or Pharmaceutical Inspection Convention Scheme. This is one of the international body. And IFPMA, International Federation of Pharmaceutical Manufacturers and Associations. This is one of the international body. So how this was started actually ICH process initially in the 1980s, the European Union, we know European Union is about of a combination of 27 countries and they have their own regulatory different countries, and they began this harmonization for the regulatory requirements initially in 1980s and later in 1989 European Union and Japan and United States of America began creating plans for harmonization. They have started this initiation in 1989, and this ICH was created in April 1990 at a meeting by these three regulatory bodies in Brussels, Belgium. In April 1990, it was created. It was located in now Switzerland, Geneva, as a autonomous body, non-profit organization. And later in 2015, this ICH underwent, they gone a number of several reforms and changed its name to International Council for Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Pharmaceuticals for Human Use. So this is the overall background about this ICH guide, ICH committee, ICH management, how it came into existence. And let us see the structure quickly. This is the ICH structure. In that one assembly is there, assembly in that members as well as observers are there. This assembly about one auditor group is there. Auditor is nothing, it is not the common auditors. These are overseas about the financial statements and financial status of this ICH ICH management committee. And there are another ICH management committee is there and a MEDRA management committee is there. And this ICH management committee again having 14 regulatory authorities and 2 standing organizations for the group of members in ICH management committee. And MEDRA management committee, it is again pharmacopoeias, European Pharmacopoeia, Japan Pharmacopoeia, FDA, MHRA, and Health Canada and WHO. And this MEDRA management committee will develop the documents and this ICH management committee will develop the guidelines with the coordination with the ICH working groups. There are 6 working groups are there. Expert working group, they will develop the guidelines universally. And next, implementation working group, they will implement the guidelines. Once this expert working group will develop the guidelines and this implementation working group, they will implement the guidelines. And next, IFWZ, this is the group informal working group. They will develop the concept paper as well as business plan. And a DZ discussion group, they will discuss the scientific and specifically specific scientific consideration they will discuss. Means suppose EP, BP, IP, JP, USP, there are different pharmacopoeias are there, different guidelines are there. So they will discuss all the scientific consideration. There should not be any controversy. They will pick up the final harmonized topic from the guideline pharmacopoeias and regulatories. And GTDZ, this is gene therapy discussion group regarding gene therapy related, they will discuss in the forum. And WDZ, women discussion group. These are 6 working groups. They will work together. They will develop the guidelines. They will send to this ICH management committee. This ICH management committee having authority on the working groups. And MEDRA management committee only develop the documents. This assembly again, there is a one ICH secretariat. He is the boss for the ICH, and there are ICH coordinators. Some of the regulatory bodies as coordinators also. This is about ICH structure. And what are the ICH guidelines? Different kind we will see. There are mainly 4 types of guidelines are there. One is the quality guidelines, and second one safety, third one efficacy, and multidisciplinary guidelines. And what is this quality guideline? And these guidelines talks about completely whether the quality is there or not for the developed formulations. They will see about the overseas about the quality of the formulations, quality of the drug substances. And in these guidelines, how to test and how to conduct the studies on the quality of the drugs. And these will denote with Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 like that. Quality guidelines will denote with Q1, Q2, Q3. And one of the important guidelines is stability study and good management practice guideline, the examples. And safety, or the medicines are safe or not. And the safety aspect of we have to see in this guidelines, any risk of carcinogenicity or genotoxicity, and how to conduct non-clinical studies, they will talks in this safety guidelines. It will denote with S1, S2 and S3. And next one, efficacy, are medicines showing therapeutic action or not? Medicine showing therapeutic action or not? Study about this in this guidelines, efficacy guidelines. Yeah, it will talks about how to design, conduct, and reporting the clinical trials mentioned in this efficacy guidelines. It will denote with E1, E2, and E3. And most important, safety is very important. First, the medicine should be safe. Whether efficacy is there or not, it is a second point. Safety is very important. The medicine should be safe. It should not be harm to the person. That is very much so. Safety guidelines are there. And fourth one, multidisciplinary guidelines. This is nothing but other than these 3 guidelines. So, what are the miscellaneous and cross-cutting topics mentioned in the multidisciplinary guidelines? Like common technical document, electronic common technical document. It will denote with M1, M2, M3 like that. And this common technical document talks about what are the parameters should be in the batch production record, and how to make a protocol for the different activities of studies, they will mention in the common technical document. This is the different types of guidelines as per ICH. And well, let us see what are the quality guidelines as per this ICH. There are 14 guidelines are there, ICH quality guidelines. We will see one by one. First one is Q1, Q1A to Q1F. It is called stability studies. It will tell us about stability studies of the drug substance and drug product. It is effective in the year 1992. And second one, Q2, analytical validation. How to conduct a analytical method validation talks about in this guideline. It was effective from the November 2015, 2005. And the third one, Q3A to Q3E, there are five types of guidelines that are impurities, talking about the impurities. And Q4, it is a pharmacopoeias, talking about pharmacopoeias. And Q5, it is talking about quality of biotechnology products, how the quality of the quality testing and quality study of biotechnology products talks in the guideline. And Q6, it is talks about specifications. What are the different types of specifications? What are the specifications considered for in process, intermediate and finished product, or drug substance, drug product talks about in this guideline. And Q7, good manufacturing guidelines, good manufacturing practice guide, GMP. This is most and very important guideline for the pharmaceutical professionals. It is effective from the 2000 year. And Q8, pharmaceutical development, it will talks about the development of the pharmaceuticals. And Q9 is a quality risk management. Nowadays the quality, the development of the molecules also based on the risk management. We have to see the what are the risk assured during this development, during manufacturing. We have to go for a risk based approach for the development. So quality risk management is the Q9. And Q10, pharmaceutical quality system, PQS, how the quality system should be in the pharma industry talks about in this guideline. And Q11, development and manufacture of drug substances, how to develop and manufacture of the drug substances, that is API. And Q12, life cycle management. These are the 12 guidelines already effective. We are using, we can refer it during manufacturing. And Q13 is a continuous manufacturing of drug substances and drug products. And Q14, analytical procedure development. These are the new guidelines already now under discussions. It will be effective from, they have a timeline already decided, November 2020 and May 2020. They will consider as the effective date for these guidelines. Now these two guidelines are under the discussions. So these are the total quality related guidelines. In my future session, we will discuss about what is stability, what is analytical validation. We will briefly discuss about each and every topic in our future classes. I hope you all understand today's topic about ICH and its background and the types of ICH guidelines, and different types of quality guidelines. I hope you'll understand. Please subscribe my channel and send to your colleagues. They will have some knowledge. Pharmaceutical or Pharma Knowledge by Satyanarayana Siadri. This is my YouTube channel. Please subscribe it, share it, and like it. We will do number of topics in future. These all ICH quality guidelines. Each one Q1, Q2. What is Q1, Q2? Like that, we will discuss briefly in our further classes, part 2, part 3, like that. So thank you for watching my channel. Thank you all.